Welcome back to another FPL video. In this one, I'll take a quick look at how game week 11 went. I'll take a look at the team selection, at how game week 12 and up to the watch list, my transfer plans, and at the end, as always, I'll take a look at the captain selection ahead of the next game week. So let's have a look. Another green arrow for me in game week 11, although this was really small, 46 points. I got points from Sanchez and Munoz in defense. Really disappointing that I had Timber and Gabriel, my double Arsenal defense. They only got 1 point each. In midfield, a couple of disappointing performances as well. I had NGI and Sar. I had high expectations for both of them, but they blanked. So Paqueta, he picked up his 5th yellow card. I will have a look at this later on in this video. There are a couple of players that are getting close to suspension after receiving their 5th yellow card. So Paqueta, he is one of them. I had Mbumo, 7 points for him. He started this game really well in game week 11. I was really hoping for something more, but 7 points, this is decent enough from Mbumo. My captain punt in game week 11, Mateta, he blanked, but however, Erling Haaland, he only got 4 points. He missed a penalty, scored later on in the game, but only 4 points from Erling Haaland. I'm kind of relieved that he did not haul in game week 11. Joe Pedro, another goal for him, so really satisfied that I decided to keep Joe Pedro in my team. But let's take a look at how the team selection looks ahead of game week 12. A mixed bag of fixtures for my team in game week 12. I have my double Arsenal defense playing against Spurs. This is not the best fixture at the moment. Spurs, they have looked a bit better, but however, Arsenal, they have the best defense in the league, so hopefully they can keep a clean sheet against Spurs. I will have Kudus most probably on my bench, or I will sell him, and I'll talk more about this in my transfer section in a couple of minutes. But in midfield, I have Mbumo, Sar, and NGI. Decent fixtures for them. Mbumo at home against Everton, Sar playing against Wolves, and NGI playing against Man United. So I will have Mbumo and NGI playing against each other, and this will be a really interesting fixtures to follow in game week 12. Up front, Erling Haaland, kind of a tough fixture against Newcastle. Is this the game week to captain Erling Haaland, or is it safe to go against him once again? I'll talk more about this at the end of the video in the captain section. I will have Mateta, good fixture against Wolves, and I will have Joao Pedro playing against one of the worst defenses in Burnley. So kind of mixed fixtures as mentioned. I will make a couple of transfers. I only have 1 free transfer and 0.3 in the bank. I might actually potentially take the second hit of the season. Talk more about this in the transfer section, but let's take a quick look at the watch list. So this is my first watch list ahead of game week 12. I talked about this watch list in my wildcard and free hit video as well. If you're interested in watching the wildcard and free hit video, the link is in the description down below. But I really like Mateta still, even though if he blanked in game week 11, I still think that he can do well. Decent fixtures. He has good attacking stats as well. Expected goal of 4.45. His ownership is getting close to 30%, so it's not a differential anymore, but I still think that Mateta could do well going forward. Talk more about another forward in the next watch list as well, but let's take a look at the midfielder Szoboszlai. I like him. The only problem with Szoboszlai at the moment is the fact that he is actually on 4 yellow cards. So 1 more yellow card for Szoboszlai and he will miss 1 match. So if you pick up 5 yellow cards in the first half of the season, you will get a 1 match ban. So Szoboszlai, he's really close to this because of his 4 yellow cards so far this season. So Szoboszlai, I'm really tempted, to be honest. His onset pieces nailed on. He can pick up defensive contributions as well, but at the moment the 4 yellow cards is kind of putting me off. So I'll take a look at another midfielder in the next watch list as well. In defense, if I were to make a transfer in defense at the moment, I would potentially look at Van Dijk. His price has gone down to 4.9. He is definitely nailed on. Big threat at set pieces as well. We've seen a couple of times that he has picked up defensive contribution points as well. So with those fixtures, Liverpool, they have really good fixtures going forward. So at the moment, Van Dijk is a good option. But let's take a look at the second watch list as well. So Mateta is a good option up front, but if you want to save some funds, Thiago is a really good alternative as well. They have a decent fixture in game week 12 playing away against Leeds. Then they have Newcastle at home and Burnley at home as well. So Brentford, they have decent fixtures, and Thiago, he has been in really good form, only priced at 6.3. I think this potentially will go up to 6.4 ahead of the deadline, but at the moment I think that he is really good value. The midfielder in this list is Enzo Fernandez. I will potentially transfer him in. I'll talk more about this in the transfer section. I still think that he is a really good option. His on penalties now with Cole Palmer still injured. He has been really unlucky not to score, not assist in the last couple of game weeks. So with an expected goal involvement of 3.07, I think that Enzo Fernandez is due an attacking return really soon. So in defense, I think that Guardiola is a good option at the moment. I think that Man City will keep a couple of clean sheets. We saw this in game week 11 as well. They have been really unlucky not to keep more clean sheets, and in those games where they have conceded, they have only conceded 1 goal. So a bit unlucky for the City defense, but I think that they will turn it around and keep a couple of clean sheets in the upcoming game weeks. So Guardiola, a really good option. He is probably the most nailed on player for Man City at the moment. His price has gone down to 5.8, and in game week 12 they don't have the best fixture playing away against Newcastle at the St James's Park, but in game week 13 and 14 they play at home against Leeds and away against Fulham, so this could potentially mean a couple of clean sheets for Man City. So up front, Thiago, good differential, Enzo Fernandez in midfield, and in defense I really like Guardiola at the moment. So as mentioned, one of my transfer options ahead of game week 12 is to get rid of Kudus. I don't like the fixture in game week 12. He will play against my double Arsenal defense, so he might actually be sold. He missed out because of injury in game week 11 as well, so I think that Kudus is a sell at the moment. They have a good fixture in game week 13 at home against Fulham, but as we can see in game week 14, they will play away against Newcastle. So Kudus, he will potentially be sold. I really like Szoboszlai. I talked about him when I talked about the watch list as well. My only worry is the 4 yellow cards, but when we look at the fixtures, Nottingham Forest at home, then they have West Ham away and Sunderland at home. I think that Liverpool potentially can do well in the upcoming game weeks. He has an expected goal involvement of 1.34 and is only selected by 5% of the managers. So Szoboszlai, a really good differential, but be aware he is on 4 yellow cards. Another option for me is to bring in Enzo Fernandez. I can potentially sell Paqueta as well, but the problem is that I only have 0.3 in the bank and Paqueta's price is 5.9, so my replacement can only be 6.2. So with those kind of funds, I cannot bring in the likes of Szoboszlai and Enzo Fernandez. So Kudus, he will most probably be the player that leaves my team ahead of game week 12. So Kudus to Enzo Fernandez. I really like this move as well. Chelsea, they have still some good fixtures coming up, playing away against Burnley in game week 12. Then they have Arsenal at home. So of course, a bit tougher playing against Arsenal, but of course at home Chelsea can score against them. And in game week 14 they have Leeds away as well. So I think that Chelsea potentially can do well in the next couple of fixtures. So Enzo Fernandez, he's still on penalties with Cole Palmer injured. He has been really unlucky not to score an expected goal of 2.08. So I think that Enzo Fernandez owners, they have actually been really unlucky in the last couple of game weeks. He has been voted as the man of the match, even though he has not contributed with some attacking returns. But Enzo Fernandez, I still think that he is a good transfer target. So Kudus to Enzo, this might happen. But I will not make any transfers until after all of the international games are played, and this would be my advice to all FPL managers. Information is really valuable at the moment, so hold your transfers for as long as possible. But let's take a look at captain options ahead of game week 12 as well. A player that has been really consistent recently is Mbeumo. 15 points in game week 10, 7 points in game week 11. What will he get in game week 12? They're playing at home against Everton. When we take a look at their stats, they have kept 1 clean sheet, conceded 6 goals, 11 big chances and 18 shots on target conceded for Everton in the last 4 game weeks. They have an expected goals conceded of 5.73, which is 12th in the league. So I'm not really that impressed by Everton when we take a look at their stats. They're really mid-table when we take a look at those stats. But how good is this fixture really for Man United? They have been really up and down recently, and it's labeled as a green fixture in the fixture difficulty rating, but I can easily see that Everton can do well against Man United in game week 12. But Mbeumo, he has done really well. I think that he is one of the best options from Man United at the moment. I still think that probably Bruno Fernandes edges it because of the penalties, but definitely a really good transfer target as well at the moment if you still don't own it. So Bryan Mbeumo, a really good option, but I will have a look at some other candidates as well. Another player that has delivered in the last couple of game weeks is João Pedro. After 5 blanks in a row, he has finally started scoring. So in game week 12, the fixture can't be much better. They have actually kept 1 clean sheet, but they have conceded 7 goals, 14 big chances, 24 shots on target, and they have an expected goal of 10.35. So expected goal of 10.35, only conceding 7 goals. They have actually been a bit lucky in their last game. So Burnley, definitely a fixture to target, and I think that João Pedro can do well against them. Will he be my captain? I'm not really sure. Can we trust him after those blanks he had from game week? Was it 5 to game week 10, something like that? I'm not really sure if we can trust João Pedro. He don't have the penalties, and Fernandes will take them. So this is one of the reasons why I'm a bit reluctant to give the captain's armband to João Pedro at the moment. Another player that has the penalties, he will definitely start for Man City and play close to 90 minutes. The problem with Erling Haaland in game week 12 is the fixture. Tough game for Man City traveling to Newcastle and St. James's Park to play against Newcastle. So even though Newcastle, they haven't kept any clean sheets in the last 4 game weeks, they have actually conceded 9 goals, which is 18th worst in the league. 9 big chances conceded, 26 shots on target. They have an expected goal conceded of 6.55. So not really impressive stuff from Newcastle, but I kind of expect that in those kinds of games, big game, getting the visit from Man City, I can really see that Newcastle finally puts on a big performance and potentially keeping a clean sheet against Man City in game week 12. So tough fixture for Man City and Erling Haaland in game week 12. But he will be the most captain player, so he is probably the safest option in game week 12 as well. But I still think that game week 12 is a good game week to go against Erling Haaland with the captaincy. Let's have a look at the last captain's candidate in game week 12. So another captain option, and I said about Erling Haaland that he is nailed on and will play close to 90 minutes, and that he has penalties, and the same goes for Mateta. He will start up front for Crystal Palace. I kept Mateta in game week 11. It was really disappointing. He blanked, but actually the fixture against Brighton in game week 12, Brighton, they actually had some impressive defensive stats, but it's another different story. So Wolves, they haven't kept any clean sheets. They have conceded 11 goals, which is fourth in the league. They have conceded 12 big chances, 23 shots on target, and they have an expected goal of 6.77. So in all of those categories, Wolves, they are not doing well defensively at the moment. So I think that this is a really good fixture for Crystal Palace. I'm a bit tempted by Mateta. He is my captain at the moment. Will he be in game week 12? I'm kind of leaning towards it. The safest option would probably be Erling Haaland, but at the moment, Mateta is my captain. I will have a live Q&A the day before the game week 12 deadline, so Friday night ahead of the deadline. If you're interested, join that live Q&A. But please let me know in the comment section down below who will be your captain for game week 12. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel.